do not pay for gas taxes. They're using the roads like crazy because they don't buy gas. They have electric cars. So now, part of a registration is the TV show. I visited because I got an EV. Yeah. I showed up and they were like, I don't know if you know this, but this is going to be
just for electric vehicles.
There's an EV extra fee for registering your car because you're not going to pay the gas tax.
Well, I assume it's also high.
It is.
Because
it's not cheap.
You're paying gas
yeah.
As a gas guzzler.
Yeah, I think it was like
hundreds of one fell swoop.
Yeah, but all at once.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was a surprise. They did not mention that at the beginning.
No, yeah, that's of course. They'll tell you the tax breaks that you get. But...
Yeah. And obviously the tax breaks at the moment are significantly more than that registration fee.
That's not very
registration fee because they want to encourage people to get EVs, but eventually everybody's going to be paying gas taxes.
Oh, goodness. Someone to play with. You seem kind of sorts. What fun this will be.
You got to replace the gas tax with a registration fee.
What about insurance?
Oh, insurance. You don't have to have insurance for you. For your car. Okay, but you do have to have insurance that covers the damage you do when you crash your car and something.
I just won't.
And they don't believe you're gonna never crash in
29 years.
Yeah.
4 accidents. Believe that? Not a lot.
You've been driving for 29 years?
Well, okay, so let's 13 years.
You're gonna never crash in it.
29 years.
Yeah.
4 accidents. Believe that? Not a lot.
You've been driving for 29 years?
Well, okay, so let's 13 years. 4 accidents. Pretty good.
Yeah, that seems like a great idea.
One for every president.
People who operate heavy machinery that could potentially maim or kill have an ability to pay for the damage that they do.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't need it for myself.
You can, but you probably have it for yourself.
I do.
But some states you are required to have it for yourself in your car. But most states you're not. And I don't know how California actually shakes on this.
I just know that I thought I had it. It turns out my auto pay failed, and they kicked me off of it.
Yeah.
And I went to buy a car one time. This is years ago.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can't buy this car. You don't have insurance.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't prove I had insurance because I didn't.
Also, it's hard to sell a car if you don't have it registered. So you probably should do all the normal things that people do that the law says you should do.
I do them all.
As of next week.
By the time this is out, I'm totally compliant.
What else is going on with Ludwig?
What's bubbling in the
Mr. Libertarian over here. See, he's worried about his hairline. He's a libertarian. Who's the first one? Worried about his balls.
Well, speaking of the balls, how come when I sneeze, it just my tape?
I'm not a doctor, so none of this is medical advice.
Okay. Sneeze less?
No, that doesn't actually sound great. That's like a everybody thing. Anybody in the room, their teeth hurt when they sneeze.
This is one in every, I'll say, 11 sneezes.
1 in every 11 sneezes.
I was sneeze.
Is it sudden onset? Like, is it all the time, or was there like a moment when it started?
It's been happening for at least a decade. I don't think I can remember past that.
Yeah. I was pooping.
Oh, excellent.
I was peeing.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
decent.
Well, what I'd say.
Don't worry, about it.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't get from that like there's a problem with your peeing. I got from that like pooping is more fun for you.
Yeah. Well, it's because I get to use the bidet. I'm not shooting the bidet up the urethra.
Yeah. Any lower back pain?
No.
Did it all? So
this is a me thing.
Are there those questions I just asked?
You've never had a teeth pain ever?
No. So these are all the questions that a doctor will ask you when you go and see them about your teeth pain.
Okay. You seriously recommending I go to the doctor?
I think you should. There's a couple of things it could be. It doesn't sound like it's a problem with your butthole, but you say your poops are not just
they're good.
Right.
They're great.
Yeah.
Maybe I got a prostate the size of a marble.
That is also a thing that it could be. But like 10 years, it's not cancer, or else you know it.
Could that be cancer? Does cancer really show up like that?
Ethan, your mission, should you choose to accept, bring the world back from the brink. Smart people on every side are close to panic.
Doesn't cancer actually show up like this? Well, pain in the perineum can come from all kinds of things. Probably just a tight pelvic floor muscle or a compressed nerve. Very rarely it can be something more serious, though if it's cancer, it would usually be accompanied by other worrying signs like blood or like a literal lump down there. Of course, also don't freak out if you have all those symptoms because it's probably just hemorrhoids, which you should also see a doctor about. Doctors are trained to start with your initial complaint and then try to tease out more information through a process called differential diagnosis, which you just saw me like cosplay doing just now a little bit. Basically, they're taking all of the various possibilities and trying to use what information you tell them to narrow in on the most probable cause for the various symptoms. Now, the trick for all of this, for the patient, and it's a tricky trick, is finding a balance between like ignoring the things going on in your body versus getting stuck in an anxiety spiral every time something feels off. And that's not always clear. So what I like to do is just keep a little notes app of various things I'd like to bring up the next time I'm in a room with my doctor. Because things are going to feel off sometimes, and bodies are complex. And finding that balance between not ever paying any attention at all and freaking out all the time is hard.
I sneeze and my funny bone hurts, and you're like, ah, yeah, that's the cancer.
Well, I mean, like, probably not.
Sure, but it could be.
But there's like rectal cancer, anal cancer.
What a bad one to get.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
I found that.
Really? Which one?
Anal cancer.
Are they the same? Rectal?
No, they're different.
So, it's not normal?
It was so hard for me to say. It's a pain in the ass. Just now.
Oh, wow. I saw something you hold the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, he can't. He's stuck.
Yeah.
He's in a loop. You seem like the kind of guy who hasn't seen a doctor in 13 years.
Okay, so I went 7 years without seeing one.
Uh-huh.
This is a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
I went to see one.
Yeah.
And I was like, Doc, it's been a while.
Look at me, though.
Give me.
Obviously,
I said, give me the
full thing.
Give me the full thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, you're young and healthy. You're probably good.
Yeah.
So he said to me.
You don't have any complaints, but you didn't tell about the taint pain.
And I didn't come up with the time.
Just add it to the notes app, you know?
Doctor.
The doctor. Taint pain.
Okay.
Next thing, you know.
But in my mind, it's like, Hank already covered it. We're good.
That's what I'm trying to avoid.
No, I already asked Hank, so it's like, we're good, dog. This is my new doctor. His name's Hank.
No, I will be worse at this than WebMD.
Okay.
So
I'll go to the doctor.
And you're gonna I feel like I'm just giving a little bit of homework. I feel a little bit like your dad. Well, register your car, go to the doctor, stop irradiating your balls.
To be fair, I think that's general wisdom.
Yeah.
Next question.
What you got?
Some political shit. Would we fix the housing crisis if we just stopped companies like BlackRock from buying a bunch of single-family real estate? Or is that a populist idea with no legs?
So, this is an opinion, and I don't know the future, like I don't know what would happen if we actually did this.
Right.
It is not going to solve the problem. It is a populist idea, but it doesn't have no legs. It's not going to solve the problem,
Sure.
but it might do something.
Okay.
So here's how I think about this. These companies, they basically take rich people's money and then they try to turn it into more money. That's their job. And what they saw was, this is the thing that people need. People are going to need more of it because, like, there's households forming, there's people moving here, there's less coupling, and so people are out in the world as single people instead of as couples, and so you need twice as much houses for that.
Yeah.
And there's all these reasons why there's going to be more demand for houses, and then there's all these reasons why there's going to be less houses being built. There's all these regulations, and there's things that tighten supply. And in a world where you want to turn people's money into more money, you're looking for things like that.
Yeah.
And so you go and buy that asset.
Right.
Now, interestingly, I was looking into this, and BlackRock is not one of the companies that does it. Which I understand why we would think that, because they named their company as if they are a wizard who got his power from a magical stone, but like an evil one.
They don't do that.
They don't.
They do buy houses.
They don't. There's another company that is the same kind of company called Blackstone, and they do it.
Okay.
Which is a smaller. BlackRock is much bigger.
Right.
Blackstone does do it, and these companies have, aside from being the same kind of company, and theoretically, I assume both getting their power from different magical rocks.
Yes.
They are separate companies.
Okay.
Yeah. So Blackstone does it. BlackRock doesn't do it.
Is there a mega big company that does it?
There's a ton of companies that do it.
Okay.
And a lot of them were like specialized in this. Like they were just buying houses.
Okay.
And then they got like acquired by some of these bigger private equity companies.
So if they all stopped, would that help?
If they all stopped, there are certain markets where it would definitely help. So they are competing with normal buyers. And so that is going to drive up the price. And they're competing largely because they know that the prices are going to keep going up.
Yes.
And so...
isn't that bad?
It's bad.
Because what are they even doing with the homes they're not in?
They rent them.
Well, that's also bad.
Well, I mean, people get rentals, but like it might be people who wanted to buy and couldn't, you know.
But like they're just treating them like speculative assets.
Yeah, for sure. Like they'll take the rent, and that'll be revenue.
Yeah.
And they'll take whenever they sell the asset, sometime in the future, theoretically, when it doesn't have as much, when like they don't see as much advantage. Like the only argument I've heard in favor of it basically goes, well, if they raise the prices enough, then it will be worth it for developers to build more houses because we've raised the prices in this community. So like you can buy land and build houses where you couldn't before because now a developer can make a profit where they otherwise couldn't.
You're talking to Adam Smith?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. But like only if this was like a perfect frictionless market, which is like exact opposite of that. Like there's a ton of friction in this market. So we should probably, since it is obviously a crisis, I think it makes sense to do things. Like even if it's not going to have a huge effect. And there's certain markets where this is like a lot of the buy, like double-digit percentages, and certain markets where it's like nothing.
Okay.
So there's certain markets where it have a bigger effect than others.
So it could help.
It can help.
It is a populist idea.
Yeah, for it's definitely populist.
And BlackRock is a good company that's good for the world.
That's what I said. Yeah, if they would like to sponsor the show, if they have plenty of money, that'd be really brought to you by BlackRock.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
We named the company the scariest thing.
It doesn't sound. It sounds like the evil corporation. It's like
why would you?
Shinra.
Why both BlackRock and Blackstone? It has to be a wizard thing.
No, it is. It's for sure some dark magic.
Yeah. I mean, if I found like that beautiful black rock underneath the volcano, and I held it in my hand and said, "You will deliver the world for whatever means necessary," I'm probably going to do it.
If you found a Blackstone and it was like my house,
yeah,
buy a single family house, for top of it, put a million words of money. Secrets, yeah, secrets. Yeah. Really right. Good stone. The stone is so smart. Okay, back to the pelican. Pelican? It's pelican, right? Pelican. What does Hank Green eat as a go-to snack and or meat? It's gonna be a little sandwich in the kitchen. I'm gonna make some big sandwich. Use premium is ad-free use. Ad-free use again, all together. 1 subscription, facts. Come 1 month free. What do you mean you let me in the sewer? Sometimes I don't make a sandwich on the West, and they just put like some turkey with some cheese and some mayo on it, and that's the sandwich. Bread. Yeah, like in the 70s. Okay. Turkey keeps rolling, that's what we call it. When we're giving it to Laura. Yeah. We give it to me, we call that charcuterie. What's your go-to sandwich then? Yes. I love it. So, like, if I have a moment, you're an American boy, I love to have a moment. There's lots of there's this place called Wardens in my town. Okay. That's been there for infinity years, and it's like a deli counter place with a little like wine section grocery store, like a Hogwarts, and they have a hot bar where every day they have some like stock. Yeah. In there, they like enchilada or lasagna or shepherd's pie. Makes some good lasagna thing, and I love that so much. Just like lasagna things, even lasagna we still up with the dead. Maybe they're turkey chicken with horseradish, but like probably that stock. You made it special. Yeah, you should eat it. They made it for you. Yeah, if somebody eats it. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Okay. I was gonna tell you, what are you doing? It's usually like a protein-based treat. Oh, like just an egg? Oh no, like a protein bar, like a synthetic one. Like a protein bar, protein drink. I've been eating this edamame, dry edamame. Why didn't he wait? He was all writing his nothing. It was so hard. You look for his script. You know, they look all the notes happening, telling them, you should know, sort of like, look, there's my look. Yeah.
And like our curiosity is a question at the edge of every thought. So if you go, you know
We're coming off. I don't know if season. The pin has been rocking my world, so let's check out the films. Sorry. Special effects. Questionable Netflix. That rating looked a little sus. I'm reviewing the medical understanding. Yeah, I don't know if this is about to be a medical film or is there a narrator that's going to kick and say, when CGI?
Let's get up.
You're left out.
I'm preparing to get up. Don't make the day worse by being late to shift.
We had this whole thing, and I don't know if it was just in my hospital where I was rotating, but we never wanted to lie down in patient beds because the rumor was that you would end up in one. But we did have our little hospital. Sometimes the medical students slept in as well. I remember when I was on my surgical rotation, I spent countless nights in the hospital. Level 1 trauma center.
So I don't know the details.
Yesterday, Phyllis got reported for sexual harassment. What?
Best chief resident we've ever had.
Wait, who reported it?
They knew it was me.
Thanks for calling, Mom. I like how curiosity is a question at the edge of every thought.
So if you don't go, you can go away.
Curiosity is calling. Discover what's possible at vitiligo.com.
Okay, everyone listen up. I'm going to make this quick because we have a bus full of patients that need our full attention. Chief Resident Phillips has been suspended pending an internal investigation. This means we'll need to appoint a replacement on an interim basis.
They're doing this in front of patients? Like, remember, the ER is not something you just open and close. It's open 24/7. Because there are patients walking around listening to them debate on who's going to take charge.
I have chosen Danny Sims.
Why are they wearing gloves outside of a patient exam room? She looks like a doctor I used to work with who is a phenomenal doctor, Dr. Grace Charles. Shout out, Dr. Charles.
Would like you to meet your new chief resident, Dr. Xander Phillips, just transferred in from Kennedy.
A chief resident transfers in? Usually a chief resident is one that's promoted after a certain number of years within the residency program. That's very unusual. You're watching the pin. This is what to watch. Oh, people say like they can't do chest compressions before they act up. Make it better. Remember, when you're doing chest compressions, one of the which is deep is to compress the actual heart to circulate that blood around.
17-year-old with obvious head trauma won't let people.
Won't let people means that there's likely brain damage, bleeding in the brain.
The chest will wish the water, hypotensive, and a GCS of 10. It's critical. Let's get him to
I got it.
Where are the attendings? Yes, residents can be there, but they're not ultimately the ones in charge. Where are those individuals?
Dr. Stims, right? You know this guy?
Tina Cuesta, he was making sense. He was with a dog bite yesterday.
Dog bites have all sorts of bacterial problems, especially if they're penetrating wounds, because deeper wounds are more likely to be problematic. Puppy bites also have a specific type of bacteria that can be a problem. Pasteurella multifistica. Pasteurella multitosis. You can't get all the Latin bacteria names right off.
Mr. Soda. It's the dog. They had this huge wall mask, and they said it knocked him down a few times. It must have been the impact, not the bite. I missed it.
It's possible, but that is a big leap.
Rebellion.
A dude comes in for an animal bite, and all of a sudden you're diagnosing the first organ with 0 exam?
Don't kill him if you don't move fast.
Hey, take a breath.
Take a breath. You just got here 5 minutes ago, and you want to tell me what to do with my patient? You.
Oh.
Lumos.
It was just fun to speak. I like how curiosities.
That's
The edge of
lovely.
So if you're gone, you can go away.
Curiosity is calling. Discover what's possible at vitalego.com.
That's what we got.
Accio. Starting Leviosa.
Number one, it's like you need significant
Seems as if I should hang
here.
something
This
there.
is not just an ER doctor's line of work here. You need a
Lumos.
trauma surgeon, you need a hand specialist, ortho, neuro. I mean, there's a whole lot of people that are going to participate in a hand.
Rebellion.
If that's what they're doing. Okay, where's the hand?
The rescuers are still searching.
Accio. This must belong somewhere.
Interesting. Looks like we've done it for
Excuse me?
Yo.
Are you here?
Let's get him a 75 bed.
Starting Leviosa.
Fentanyl? A step like you give the dose before you kill someone. The difference between milligrams and milligrams is the difference between life and death.
What are you waiting for, champ?
Yeah, what do you need?
What do I need? No, you don't wait for me to tell me. You tell me what I need, right?
Starting Leviosa.
I can help you stabilize the arm so you can wrap it together.
You go came to work today. Get in here. Jack, go back to sleep.
This is shaping up to be on par with that show, that TikTok reality medical drama. What was it?
You might survive a bit longer than the others.
Medical shows.
See you. Sarah? Oh, she's sitting right next to me. I don't know, mate. We can find out. But what was her last name?
Lumos.
Did you say Vera Cruz? Okay, tell Danny. Hey, Tyler, I'm on it, okay? We'll find her, okay?
Champ, how about you throw on a glove before you keep touching the bloody patient?
Oh, you've come so far, so quickly. Well done. You must be just the playmate I've been looking for.
No?
I do
I don't
hope
think
you
we should.
enjoy my playground. I encourage you to tell everyone about it.
We'd be
If
distracted.
you make it out, that is.
She's operated.
Please try. If you get to the end, perhaps we can come to some sort of arrangement. I do want your shop to succeed, after all.
Harris, you were in an accident. Right now, we're going to take you to surgery.
What's the saying? 2 sides to every story. Unfortunately for you, both sides mirror to my story. And you'll have to complete both to get to the end. You've chosen the scholarly route. You'll need more than you've learned from books to best me.
The doctor in the wheelchair. You know, that's just my younger sister. When we were kids, we used to fight.
They have a mass trauma event, and she's commemorating her childhood with the sick patient. I don't understand. What is happening on this show?
One day, she said something that I didn't like, and I was on the stairs.
Lumos.
Now we knew. I thought, so I pushed her. You didn't even hit the stairs. Just the ground.
Deja vu. Watch it.
Just in a chair.
How would you feel if you find out that the doctor who's taking care of you going to be assaulted and broken the legs of another physician that's taking care of you?
You want us to work with the people you work with us. If you do, maybe they'll forgive you.
As poetic as that sounded, it wasn't.
How do you suffer from dreams?
By watching this show.
Make bad decisions. Same shit I shouldn't say.
Lumos.
That's not working out for you.
No, works great. Can't do anything like that.
This guy said that he wasn't gonna go for surgery until they checked on the kids. Couldn't they check on the kids and get him to surgery? Why is he just like...
I heard of it. Get me
Lumos.
through.
Do you know what she looks like?
Yeah.
We can use that. Come on.
Didn't he? She... What is... What?
Running in circles, are we? Perhaps you should retrace your steps.
Let's help her. What do we got?
Abdomen stall. Clear. She's not protecting her. Pulse 30 at 150.
Okay, with intubator and ulcerative fat damage.
Right.
You, go up to the OR and take your daughter to the trauma bay. Yeah, I'm trying to get intubate. Dr. Paul?
Hold on. We need right now. Back here.
Sure you can use one more?
What was that?
Oh, you need to.
Alright,
Lumos.
Dagger, please. DB's crashing.
She's crashing a big cardios, but not. She needs a cardiocentesis.
Why in every medical drama, it's always the same three things? Like, you don't even need to be a doctor anymore. You can call pericardial tamponade on all these shows. They're like, what is the coolest procedure? Get a tube inside of them that will get the blood affecting the heart.
DB's still full.
Agent's not.
Dr. Sims told me to tell Dr. Cruz that her daughter is here, but I don't know like which OR she's in.
There's her now. In the ER.
Yeah, she's in the front room.
Why are you just chilling? I still don't understand why are these people just roaming the hospital.
Don't worry, I got it. That's
Okay. Are you out of your mind? I'm about to pop this woman's spleen out.
sorry, but I had to.
Oh, how nice of him to pop up.
Seriously. She's in the situation.
Just hear this.
Confringo. Lumos.
What is written script?
Did anyone know she was coming in?
Why would there be a question a person would ask? Why would you care? It's...
Did anybody know?
Danny told us not to tell you.
If I was that patient that's on the operating
Cardiac surgery.
Vitals are unstable. Blood's reaccumulating around the heart.
This is like lungs okay for I think we just wait for surgery to keep losing pressures. She
He's on pressors now. Got it.
Just
Gets agents right to the process and you have to crack her chest.
Confringo.
Got it. And you're all scared. Not give a shit anymore. Is that right?
Expelliarmus.
So, maybe
It's nothing to do with this Hawaiian shirt.
Confringo. Confringo.
Hey, how's she going?
wait. With no ultrasound, she'll be totally blind. Hey, she can do it.
What's going on? Stop.
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Got it.
Can't stop. Stop.
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Trauma situation I've ever seen.
You just missed it out. Surgery. Medical. It was my fault. It was her fault.
Yeah, like
She's gonna go under.
fine, sure.
Expelliarmus.
Burn down the stairs.
Confringo.
Take her life into your own hands. You were careless. You were reckless.
She was in the right place.
You were arrogant. And all you've proved is you have no understanding of this job I can.
Thought it was.
Lumos.
The woman was too stunned to speak. This isn't just a box.
Hello, sweet.
It's medical clinic, come on wherever. One I can buy online and pick up in store, or get delivered same day. This isn't just a box of Plan B. It's proof that I've got this. Yes, treat it to fan help. No doubt. Your shout.
Lumos.
When you retouch the hand and he's already holding his hand, it's that quick. Just bam, hands on. All hands on deck. Need a hand. Don't have any more. Lend him a hand. Put it outside.
It's always good to have a different perspective.
Bro, we've been found your hand. Your hand's already on, and it works perfectly.
Hey, Coach. Listen, we're all out here for you. We want you to get the surgery, man. We need you to get better.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Let's just do it, man. Let's just go for the surgery, man. Like, you don't even know, man. We're all here, man. We're almost all alive.
Revelio.
Yeah, go, Coach. Get that spleen fixed. Get that spleen black.
Are you gonna say no to them?
Are you gonna just lay here and die and upset all those children? Oh, yeah. Give him a high five. He was just getting massive transfusion, and now all of a sudden he's rolling around giving high fives, telling sad stories. Because being on the show, and being on the show makes her doubters.
I don't doubt myself. You assume the worst. It usually does.
Yeah, that's why she's an ER physician. All that self-sabotage.
You're gonna be charged for this?
Yes. Oh, whoa.
Potato. Confringo.
Oh, that was some resident-on-resident romance right there.
We could have just talked. I'll raise you a little party on it. Instead, you just dropped a nuke on me to prove points.
This is why I didn't want to talk.
I meant everything I ever said to you.
No. You told me what I wanted to hear, and I was dumb enough to believe it.
Says the person who just lied to a patient to get him to go to surgery. I heard what you said to that coach. You didn't push Harper down the stairs, your dad did.
What? What is this show? What kind of A-tier manipulation are we on? That she's lying about assaulting her sister in order to bring the patient to go to surgery? What is happening on this show?
Dr. Phillips? Dr. Sims. So this storm is going to be interrupted. And we're going to write it out. This is not a referendum on your confidence or your ability to be a good chief. The hospital is taking your claim extremely seriously.
By forcing you to work with the person you're accusing. And I just yelled at you.
But we are about to be in a world of split. And I think it would be to everyone's benefit that Dr. Phillips stays to help. You agree, Dr. Sims? There's both out there. Now, in your mother.
See, you know what raised that? It never took itself too seriously. Like, they knew they were a romance show. They did the whole romance thing. They did the medical stuff, and it was a little exaggerated, but it was real. I don't know what this is. This is like 0 personality, 0 medical stuff. Just like magic, nonsense, drama, medical, or even from a human level accurate. Hope you don't expect I'm ever gonna watch another episode of this. Going from the pit to this is like watching 4-year-old T-ball and then watching the World Series. It's that bad, folks. But click here for my review of Attaway General, because it's literally on the same level of the show. Maybe you'll get a kick out of it. And as always, stay happy and healthy.
In Oregon, people are all about trying things. Like mountain biking routes for all kinds of mountain bikers.
It's just like riding a bike, because it's a bike.
If you want to try something too, try something Oregon.
This heartbeat means you're taking care of your family. So, make it with heart.
RuPaul's Drag Race, Kardashians, and Mismatch. There's a variety of reality shows where we're going to react to some of the most interesting medical scenes. Let's get started.
Super simple plus. Right in the kitchen.
So much fun to be had. My head is spinning.
God, it's so dark. I thought it was gonna like. God, it's so dark. I thought it was gonna like. I don't know what I expected. Oh my God, she got rocked right in the face.
Are you okay? I can feel my face.
And the watermelon broke. She's lucky that she didn't lose teeth, broken bones, no cuts.
Waiting for the bumping.
My friend and I sick.
It's vegetarian?
Yeah.
What do you have?
The lobster.
The lobster sometimes has Vibrio, which is a type of bacteria that most of the time is pretty self-limited, meaning that it goes away on its own after some nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. But in certain cases, we do prescribe antibiotics.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Fishy.
Revelio. Lumos. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. Perhaps I should pull the lantern into this room to cause the room to rotate again. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
All books and no play make one quite dull indeed.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Want to know the secret to my radiant glowing skin? Aveeno Positively Radiant.
According to EatThis.com's 100 Unhealthiest Grocery Store Foods article, just one serving of Intenman's vanilla party cake clocks into 370 calories. That's kind of a problem because if you know me, you'll know I don't really believe in serving sizes.
Hopefully this cake goes to my glutes.
My goal in this challenge is to finish the serving size of every food I eat for breakfast.